Dude, you gotta see this. You gotta see this clip. This clip is crazy. Laura Loomer goes on the Tim Pool show. Those of you who don't know Laura Loomer, she's a MAGA weirdo that you may have remembered her from a couple years ago when she got in a beef with Twitter and she handcuffed herself to the front door of the Twitter offices because she got banned from Twitter for being a misinformation weirdo, stalker. So she chained herself, handcuffed herself to the front door of the Twitter offices. Dude, I mean, you know, it's bizarre. But anyway, so now she thinks she's like some sort of investigative journalist. And Donald Trump, she's actually has had his ear. She's one of the crazies he's invited to Mar-a-Lago. And so she's out there doing this weird. But so today she's on the Tim Pool show and Tim Pool starts ranting and raving about how he thinks they need to draw up a list of Democrats to prosecute. If Trump wins, they're going to have this prepared list of Democrats and they're going to start filing charges against them. Now, obviously, Tim Pool doesn't realize you need to have evidence of committed crimes to do this, but whatever. I don't want to rain on his little right-wing weirdo parade. But Laura Loomer, she chimes in saying, no, Democrats need to get the death penalty. And then Tim Pool cuts his feed. Dude, he literally ended stream.
We decide, I'll put it this way. Should Democrats be in jail? No question. When Donald Trump gets elected, should he start locking them up? No question.
His voice, why does he sound... Dude, I can't get over his voice. But anyway, here we go. They're all pissed. Because, of course, Donald Trump committed some crimes, is a convicted felon, but now they're just out for every Democrat because they're weird like that. But here we go. Laura Loomer's going... She's going for the end zone.
The idea that we decide... I'll put it this way. Should Democrats be in jail? No question. When Donald Trump gets elected, should he start locking them up? No question. Should there be lists of Democrats that need to go to jail? 100%.
Lists.
The reason for that is they've committed crimes.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
We need to make sure that when Donald Trump wins, we've got an attorney general, a deputy attorney general, the head of the CIA and the FBI. Kash Patel would be fantastic. We can have attorney general. There's some names floating around. And then they can start having their investigators and the feds issuing subpoenas, pulling up evidence, and with real evidence, bring them to judges for warrants. Then these people can spend three years of their lives fighting tooth and nail for the crime against the government for crimes they committed, and we can prove. Yeah. And the reason why we put them on trial is that we can show the whole world
is because
we will
you're ashamed of the bald head under your stocking cap.
Everyone knows, and you will be held accountable for it.
Here it comes. Jail, they should get the death penalty. You know, we actually used to have the punishment for treason in this country.
Yeah, there we go. Ends his stream. Dude, not just jail. Let's watch this again, dude. This is hilarious. Not just jail. They need the death penalty. Laura Loomer, far righter out here. Now we've escalated. Okay, now it's not even about they're going to prosecute criminals. They're going to draw up a list of Democrats and they're going to subpoena and just find evidence of these crimes. Dude, these guys are flailing, bro. They are so... But Laura Loomer, she's like, no, forget it. There's going to be no evidence, no digging up, subpoenas and prosecuting crimes. She's like, they're giving the Democrats the death penalty. Come on, Laura, take us home.
The feds issuing subpoenas, pulling up evidence, and with real evidence, bring them to judges.
Real evidence.
Then these people can spend three years of their lives fighting tooth and nail for the crime against the government for crimes they committed, and we can prove. Yeah. And the reason why we put them on trial is that we can show the whole world we will uncover what you've done. We will make sure everyone knows, and you will be held accountable for it.
Not just jail, they should get the death penalty. We actually used to have the punishment for treason in this country.
The death penalty! Oh, end of stream. Bro, dude, is that crazy or what? They're going off the deep end. Now this is really interesting because one must ask themselves, okay, Trump raised $50 million. They're all insisting that his felony conviction means he's now won the election. So if the felony conviction has helped him win the election, he's rolling in money. Why are they all freaked out about this? Why are they all so mad? Why do they want to start issuing the death penalty for Democrats? I mean, it's a little incongruent, isn't it? See, the thing that Timmy here is leaving out is you can't just have an attorney general and the FBI. They can't just like start trying people willy-nilly, right? I mean, even in order to try something in a federal court, they would have to have evidence first. They'd have to have a body of evidence about a crime committed, and then they would have to go in front of a federal grand jury and present that evidence in order to get an indictment. It's not like the attorney general can just, pull up a list of Democrats and go up and, oh, we're slapping charges. Let's go. Just cross them off a list and like end up in court with them somewhere. These guys, I mean, this is probably the amount of legal expertise we should expect from a guy who's afraid to take off his stocking cap. I mean, I get it. Obviously, if your greatest fear involves the world seeing your bald head, it might be a little hard for you to think clearly and objectively about how, say, the criminal justice system works. Or in Laura Loomer's case, how living in reality works. When you start suggesting that you're just going to give the death penalty to people for for crimes that we haven't even determined. She's like, treason. All right, now, what's treasonous? Oh, well, you said something bad about Donald Trump. That's treason. You broke wind in Mar-a-Lago. So therefore, you're going to the gas chamber. Like,
floating around. And then they can start having their investigators and the feds issuing subpoenas, pulling up evidence, and with real evidence, bring them to judges for warrants. Then these people can spend three years.
Bring them to judges for warrants. Dude, homie doesn't seem to understand how this works, man.
Their lives fighting tooth and nail for the crime against the government for crimes they committed, and we can prove. Yeah. And the reason why we put them on trial is that we can show the whole world we will uncover what you've done. We will make sure everyone knows, and you will be held accountable for it.
Not just jail. They should get the death penalty. We actually used to have the punishment for treason in this country.
Dude. Oh my God. Thanks for tuning in. Stream ended 9 seconds ago. Oh, Lordy. They are cooking. But again, part of this is because of the meltdown, just the general meltdown over the conviction. That's what's been going on, bro. Absolute meltdown. Conviction meltdown. I don't think any of them thought that Trump was getting convicted. And certainly not in such a crazy fashion. And here we are. It's getting weird, bro. The death penalty, guys. That's what Laura Loomer's now breaking out. Dude, I'll be honest. I think the Republicans are going to be very unhappy that there are people like Laura Loomer attached to them. I mean, between Laura Loomer and Julie Green, the MAGA preacher, right? There's just a lot of mayhem going on with this MAGA front of people whose heads are in the clouds. There are people that are living completely outside reality. I mean, think about what Laura Loomer and Tim Pool just said. This idea that there's going to be some prepared list of Democratic people that they're then going to like find evidence. I mean, it's pretty hard to get an indictment, guys. You know what I mean? You can't get an indictment without very clear, like you have to have pretty clear evidence that a crime was committed in order to get that indictment. They don't make it easy. But now Laura Loomer's talking about the death penalty. That is wild.